I mean, I discovered WriterDuet just through Reddit, through the screenwriting subreddit that guy is also on. And, you know, I'll admit I was probably on there procrastinating a little bit.
Me too.
Yeah. But, you know, and people are always asking, like, what's, like, a good free screenwriting program. And I was looking for one also that was web-based, because I was using a Chromebook.
Oh.
And that was the only one, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there is technically one other, but use mine. Yeah, I have the big one. And he actually got me to buy a Chromebook, and now I have one and I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Such a cool toy.
Because I was asking Chromebook questions, like, is this going to work on a Chromebook, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, that's what's funny, is if you offer something out to people for free, and then all of a sudden they're all, like, demanding things of you.
and that's why I love that he does demand it, and not really. They're very polite, asking, hey, I wish I did that. And my favorite thing about Reddit, about Chris, and about some other writers I've gotten to meet is that they give so many suggestions. And I first of all, as a wannabe writer, I get to learn, okay, well, this is how people do things, and that's helpful in and of itself. But also just having that feedback makes it so I can make a program that doesn't cause people to think about it. And Chris, like in the previous thing, he said, you know, it should be transparent. You don't want to think about software when you're creating. Yeah. And that's been my goal. My goal is so you just sit there and you just write. And, you know, my whole thing is watching people be successful using my software makes me feel successful. So I'm living the dream right now.
Awesome.
That actually spurred one of the things is one of the favorite features of WriterDuet is simply because it's collaborative, it has to instantly save every single thing you change because everyone has to see it. So you type a key, and if your computer just powers off whatever, you lose maybe that last keystroke if you millisecond after. But that was important.
Yeah, and so then like I instantly never had to worry about that. And I also I work on different computers. Like I work at my office on a desktop or back at my home on a laptop. And there's never a thing of like, save the file. It's like, you don't think about it. You stop writing, and then you go to this other computer, turn it on, and it's just there. And
collaborating with yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's what I was, because I write with a writing partner and also not. So sometimes it'll be, in the corner I'll see like my name like 2 times. Like, yeah, it just makes it so you don't have to worry about the software. You don't have to worry about whether you're saving your file or whether you're losing it. You set it all up. And, you know, I have it so it saves to the cloud, it saves to my Google Drive, and it saves to my hard drive. So it's like, you know, and then you're fine.
Triple kill.
Yeah, and then when you're collaborating with someone, it just simplifies the process because you don't have to be emailing files. Like, what happened to that file? Which one we're using? You know, like writing with a partner. Sometimes you start editing like the wrong version. And one feature I really like is what do you even call it? So like on a chunk of dialogue.
Dual dialogue.
No, not even that. Just on chunk dialogue, there's a little button, and you can press, and you can see all the different versions of that line that you had changed in the past.
Really?
So in other software, it's like more of a big deal if you're going to go look at past versions or something. This is like just for each line, you can do a sneaky little peek and see like, oh, what did I change?
Like the revision history.
Yeah, and what's nice is that it's not like laying on top of the document. You're not going to have like a lot of asterisks or different colored text. You can just like press this little. It's like a little arrow on the side. What's that called?
I call it infinite revision tracking.
Infinite revision tracking.
Because
that sounds awesome.
We do, because of how it's built in real time. This was almost an accident that I was like, oh, I can do this. Because it's real time, we're actually watching all your changes get made.
Right.
And so we have a history of everything you've done for an individual line.
Right.
You can say by date, by writer. And you can look, I always love with the collaborators, sometimes you can blame him who screwed up.
Yeah, because mine was that, yeah. I mean, and what's nice is that, like as you're saying, it's like infinite. So there are a lot of options that you can go to the toolbar and find like different ways to break it down and see all the changes, but also you don't have to do that stuff, and it's not like in your face, so it's nice.
That's my theory about WriterDuet is try to get out of your way and be there when you need it. Like,
yeah.
Do the things you want and let you write.
Yeah. But I think when I first started using it, there's all these little things in screenwriting. So like when you were on a character line and you pressed return, or no, if you finished a piece of dialogue and you pressed return, was that going to take you to a new action line or to a new character line? And different people have requested different ways, and I asked him about it. He's like, "Oh, okay, I'll just make it an option. So you just do whatever you want." Yeah, it's interesting to hear how you describe it, because you're going for the idea of the collaboration, and that like the way that works opens up all these possibilities for the revisions and stuff. So I would just say just the fact that it's like this simple idea of collaboration that opens up to these possibilities to just make it easy to use, and you don't have to worry. my writing partner was using Final Draft,
Yeah.
and I was like, you should use this new thing, and you know, a lot of writers don't want to switch, but so like the one reason I'm excited to talk about it is because I want more people to switch because it's just easier. So like when I get my writing partner to switch to WriterDuet, now my life is easier. So like it made me into a little bit of like I'm selling it to everyone I see just because it's gonna just make my life easier.
It makes my life easier too. So keep selling. It has been fundamentally the most important thing to have people like Chris and Jeff. Ed Solomon happens to be another writer he's as well known, and they've given me the things that make it work for them. And if it works for them, it's probably going to work for a lot of other writers. And I like to think anytime someone is not, you know, anytime someone's taken away from their writing process, it's wrong. Like they should be able to do that. And anytime they're thinking, oh, I wish you could do that, why not? There's no reason these things, you know, the computers have made things
right. But what's crazy is I think people don't think of software as some. They think of it as like this unchangeable, crazy. You know, you get Photoshop and it's like it does what it does. And it was so weird that I just emailed Guy, and he's the sole author of the software, so he can do whatever he wants, right?
Yeah.
And he made the change. I've never had that experience before, and so I think the fact that you have that flexibility and power as the creator of WriterDuet to do those changes, that's what separates it.